based off of that, which group of people can you categorize in there? Who does that fit? You know what I'm saying? You gotta ask the question, who does that fit?
Yeah.
If you can't think, if you don't have the spirit of the Lord, you're not gonna understand what that means, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Read it again from the top.
It says Issachar is a strong ass.
And what does the word Issachar mean?
God.
Yeah,
Issachar, it means he is hired. Yeshishkar, if I'm saying it correctly. Yeshishkar, okay? Means he is hired. That's a omen nomen, no different than the tribe of Gad.
Yep.
Gad was named because Leah saw a troop coming by. So they said this. She named him Troop. Okay? She named Judah, yeah, I forget the mother of Judah, Leah.
Yeah.
Leah named Judah Yahweh, meaning she gave thanks, giving thanks to the Most High.
Yeah.
All right? When people named their children, they gave them, it was spiritual. It wasn't just, oh man, I like, that name is so cute, I'm gonna name my son that when I have one. No, it was spiritual. All right? So he is hired. What nation on the planet Earth is always readily available to be hired at any point of the day?
Known for working.
Known for working.
That's a characteristic.
That's the characteristic of the so-called Mexicans.
Yeah.
All right, when if you need to move your house and you couldn't get nobody to help you move, and you got a couple dollars, you can go to any Home Depot and you're gonna find a so-called Mexican that's gonna do the work.
Yeah.
He out there don't even know if he gonna get paid that day.
Right.
But he out there ready to work.
Yeah.
And he gonna bust his ass.
Yeah, he gonna bust his ass. He gonna be out there at 6 a.m. every day on time.
Yeah.
And he gonna be there till the sun go down. And he gonna be out there the next day looking for more work.
Yeah.
With and not even get tired.
Yeah.
Issachar put in work that, hey, you see a brother that for no money, Issachar put the type of work in that'll show you like, yeah, you Issachar, right?
Yeah.
I know I'm not Issachar, right? All right, I remember my mom, she lived in these apartments over there in Lithonia. And man, them stairs she was on the top floor. That stairs to go to the top floor was a walk, man. It wasn't no regular like apartment, staircase.
Yeah.
That shit was, I'm talking like, to go up the first part to get to the first platform, you be tired. So my mom had one of them old TVs with the big back.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
And it was me solo. I had to carry that shit. It took me like all about an hour to get that all the way to the top floor into the house. Like, when we moved out of there, I was like, yeah, I want to see how they gonna move this TV, because I knew it kicked my ass. Man, that Issachar right came in there. He threw that motherfucker on his back by himself. And I watched him throw it on his back. And I'm looking through the window like, nah, this man is not about to walk all the way to this truck with this TV on his back by himself. Sure enough, I'm looking through the window. He get it to the truck. It's on there. And he back upstairs. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. But that's a sign that, that happened to me before I knew the truth.
Yeah.
See, the Lord be prepping you to know these characteristics of the tribes, so that you be like, yeah, it makes sense. That's Mexicans, man.
Okay.
I know. I done seen what some Mexicans to do. Yeah, Ephraim, man, they silly. I know some Puerto Ricans, man.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, the Puerto Rican woman, man, she's heavy in the witchcraft. The scriptures tell you that in the book of Hosea, that Ephraim is joined. We can get that too later. Ephraim is joined unto the idols. Let them alone. But that's really talking about the whole northern kingdom, man. All right.
I'll finish it.
Yeah, finish it up, and then we're gonna get back to Ezekiel and finish that, and then we'll jump to something else.
It says Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens.
And what's the symbol of Mexico? It's the donkey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make this up. What's an ass? An ass is a donkey. So here it is. The scripture's giving you. Matter of fact, go to the first verse. Read the first verse and then jump back down.
Genesis 49:1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together that I might tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. In the last days.
These are little markers for us to be able to know who's who in the last days.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're reading about the markers that the Spirit gave to Jacob to tell his sons.
Yep.
That would later be that would be the progenitors of those tribes.
Yep.
So he's speaking about Issachar, but he's not necessarily speaking about Issachar the son. It's about Issachar and his sons. It's the family of Issachar. All right. Keep going.
It says, Verse 14, Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens.
Yeah, and a donkey is what you call a burdensome animal. All right? If you see those donkeys, they can carry a massive amount of weight on both their sides. They're called a burden animal, a burdensome animal, okay? Keep going.
And he saw that the rest was good.
Yeah, I had a guy arguing with me in the comment I showed you, talking about that's Spaniards, talking about the siesta. All right? Okay, so what? Is that not what so-called Mexicans do? Do they not have a siesta? Is that not, who is that tied to? I sure as hell is not a part of my people, my tribe's custom. It's not a Reubenites custom to have a siesta. Is that a so-called West Indian, a Benjamite's custom to have a siesta? A rest in the middle of the day? Come on, man.
Yep.
Keep going.
It says, and he saw that the rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant.
The land that was pleasant. How many people yearly travel? Maybe not now because of violence and disasters, but there was a time in there where every college kid was going where? To Cancun.
Yep. Florida. Daytona.
Well, no, I'm talking about mainly in Mexico.
Cancun,
Mexico. I forget this.
What's the other island there?
No, Tybee Island. That's Savannah. I forget the other name of the other destination, but a lot of people go down there to Mexico. Mexico City. Yeah. All right.
Tijuana.
Yeah, Tijuana. That's another place a lot of people travel to.
Yeah, right there by the borderline. All them, right at the border. You know, they cross into Mexico, and they all partying right there.
They party down there.
They show you that in all the movies.
People go on honeymoons to Mexico. Yep. All right, and it was a pleasant land because very little people know that Mexico is actually one of the leading countries in having oil.
Hey, also too, man, when Esau got over here, the little part that they call Mexico now, it was actually more Texas, California, Arizona. Yeah. It was actually that whole
stretch.
That whole part of land right there was actually considered Mexico.
Yeah.
Yep. When the Spaniards came over, they conquered what is now Mexico City. Mexico City was a super city of its time. All right, it was pleasant. It was a super city of that whole region right there. All right, which you so-called Mexicans, which was Aztecs, whatever you want to call yourself or link yourself to, you had major cities down there. All right.
They said one of the spots, Playa del Carmen. They got a lot of vacation spots down there, man.
Yeah, that's heavy. Acapulco. That's the one I was looking for.
Yeah.
Acapulco. People love going to these different places. All right. Now finish up the scripture.
It says, and he saw that the rest was good in the land, that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute.
Oh, come on, man.
Hey, man, like I said when I started reading it, you have to have the Spirit of the Lord with you to understand. See, somebody who, like the guy you was arguing with, he wouldn't understand that if somebody didn't break it down to him. Because he's going to look at it from a carnal aspect of black and white.
And brown.
Yeah, he's not looking at it through the Spirit, man. The Spirit revealed it to us, man.
And then I did some research in different people that people don't know that are actually have Latino descent. All right, you remember, Big Worm?
Yeah, Big Worm.
Faison Love. He's a Cuban. You talking about color? He's darker than every last one of us in here. All right, David Ortiz is another one. He's a Dominican.
There's a lot of those baseball players like this.
Very dark. So it's not a color thing. So you can't even use that argument. Oh, you know what? They are the comedian that's in a lot of trouble right now. C.K. Lewis.
Yeah.
He like a straight up Edomite. He's a Mexican. His father's a so-called Mexican. He lived in Mexico. What's the boxer? Canelo.
Alvarez, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you can't, even amongst the tribes, the Latin tribes, you cannot use that color thing to even distinguish are you Latino or not. So there alone, you can't use that in as a nation of Israel as a whole.
I got something for you.
Go ahead.
It's Hosea 7 and it's going into the color thing. It's 7 and 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people.
Yep.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
See? And like I said, Ephraim, as we read, Ephraim, just as when you read about Judah, represents the southern kingdom. Ephraim represents the northern kingdom. Same thing applies with all the tribes. He's mingled amongst the people. When those Spanish conquistadors came over here, what were they doing? Hey, matter of fact, look on your phone. I spoke on this earlier on a video. But look up Custer's Revenge, man. That's a perfect example of Ephraim being mingled with the people, man. Custer's Revenge, man.
It says, Custer's Revenge is an adult video game produced by Mystique for the Atari 2600.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, first released in September 23rd, 1982. The game's gained significant notoriety for its portrayal of the rape of a Native American woman.
This man's a sicko, man. This man made a video game, and you get points by dodging bow and arrows from the male Indians and raping the woman. So that's how the Northern Kingdom got as light as it did. Through the Spanish conquistadors coming over here and raping the hell out of the women.
Hold on. So Joseph was sold into slavery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joseph is, you know, the Northern Kingdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did he get? He got sold into slavery to the Egyptians, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that those are the Latin tribes.
That's right.
Right? But he still was still able to blend in.
Yeah, he wasn't no Ricky Martin.
Right.
All right. Listen, man, everybody at one point or another was dark as hell on the planet Earth. Okay, before this devil started spreading his mark all over the place. All right, and then it was always different tones, man. But nevertheless, hey, a person like myself, hey, let me work in the heat in the middle of July and August.
Oh yeah, good.
All right, let me be in the heat, man. I'm gonna look like a real Hebrew slave. We all get darker during the hot months. All right.
Yeah. Even myself, I get dark in the.
Yeah.
I get to this brother's complexion now.
Right. That's how we can change and do that.
My daughter's darker than me, a lot darker than me. You know what I'm saying? So that's a stumbling block for a lot of these people, man.
My daughter.
Yeah,
my daughter's a lot lighter than me.
Yep.
She's a lot lighter than my rib.
Yep.
But my father's a lot lighter than me. My father's it's funny, my father is a lot lighter than me, but my brother is a lot darker than me.
My brother is light skinned.
Right.
With curly hair.
See?
Yeah. And my son's lighter than me.
What the hell are these people talking about, man?
Right. That's how we know we don't go by the flesh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's all about the spirit. Yep, God.
See?
That's all it is about the spirit, man. That's why I said earlier, the spirit revealeth unto us.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we know who we are.
That's right.
Through the curses, through the blessing, through the prophecies, and ultimately through the spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yep. Matter of fact, get that in Romans 8:16.
Book of Romans chapter 8, verse 16. It says, the spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit.
The spirit of the Lord bear witness with our spirit. Go ahead.
That we are the children of the Most High.
See? That we are the children of the Most High. You Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans. Right. Now, matter of fact, go from there to Jeremiah, I want to say Jeremiah 15 and 16, I believe. Jacob is his portion, I believe that's... Is it 51 and 16?
50.
What you said?
51 and 16.
It's Jeremiah 19.
51 and 19?
Yeah. It's Jeremiah 51 and 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things.
Yeah, the portion of Jacob, not just the Negroes. like you know, we gotta kill all that foolishness, man. The black man is the original man.
Yeah. What about the other tribe.
The Israelite man is the original man. All right? And the Israelites consist of 12